Hello, everybody out there. Well, this was an interesting experiment. I tried to go live from Zoom and I couldn't, so I'm going to go live through here. So I'm just practicing with developing YouTube and things. So anyway, here we are. I'm going to talk a little bit about Venus Heliacal Rise. And because apparently I have not got the right permissions through Zoom, I hi, whoever's with me. I cannot share my screen. I have to look into that. I'm just trying to connect all these things, but I'm so excited today by Venus Heliacal Rise. Venus actually officially reached 10 degrees, past the sun at 6:31 p.m. Eastern yesterday on December the 1st. That's kind of the standard official separation from the sun as she emerges as evening star. And we've done a lot of discussion about why this one's special, but a quick recap is that Venus met the sun for the Venus star point in Libra, 29 Libra, on October the 22nd. And she's been invisible behind the sun since that point and now has emerged as evening star. And I'm very happy to say that a friend of mine, one of my fellow Venus star point practitioners, Sasha Rose, has actually said that she saw Venus on November the 29th. Where was she? November the 29th at 5:15 p.m. coastal hills of California. So she's here. Venus is here. And this is so exciting because Venus has, I've lost my live thing. That's all right. I'll just keep talking. Venus has emerged as the Libra Venus star for the first time since 1879, when we had our last Venus star point. Now, the Venus star point, I will be doing a course on this, or you can join my Venus enchantment community. And I also do a Venus retrograde class. The Venus star point is like an invisible clock in the background, moving backwards over time. And we are leaving over 100 years of Scorpio star point to move into the Libra star point for over 100 years. And so this is going to bring a whole different vibe. And I love that the Venus star as evening star has emerged in Sagittarius, in the sign of the Archer, in the sign of the Visionary, the Seeker, the Seer, the Wanderer and Wanderer. And we have fire and air there. Libra star point was in air, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. And really, they're emerging in kind of sextile to each other, 60 degrees apart almost. And so we've got this real kind of phoenix energy of energy rising. Now, the reason I decided to do this live today rather than just video was to experiment with lives. So say hi in the comments. I think I can see the live chat, whoever's watching, so I could practice with this and may do a more formal video later. But I thought it'd be fun to come on live and talk about it because I noticed something this morning. I thought, let me look back at the heliacal rise of Venus back in 1771. So in 1771, Venus, on December the 2nd, 1771, at around 11:30 a.m. Eastern, Venus reached that 10-degree separation from... Hello, Karen. You want more certificate? Go to sophiavenus.com to become a Venus star point practitioner. Ariel Gutman's website. So yeah, sophiavenus.com. Anyway, on December the 2nd, and hi Karen, way. Venus reached that 10 degrees past the sun mark after the star point that was at the same degree on October the 22nd, 1771. We were entering really revolutionary times at that point, right? After that, we had the American Revolution, we had the French Revolution, we had the Enlightenment, we had a lot of change, we had the Industrial Revolution come in. Well, the reason I came on live today was because I noticed this morning, and I'm probably not the only one to have noticed it, that back in 1771, Uranus was at exactly the same degree, at 16 degrees Taurus, as it is on this heliacal rise. And at that point, today, the Uranus is at 16 degrees Taurus, and the north node is at 13 degrees Taurus. Back in 1771, Uranus was at 16 degrees of Taurus, but the south node, which is the past, a letting go of, a release, was at 7 degrees Taurus. Now, that's not far apart. And that one makes this heliacal rise very different because we are being pulled to the future in this. Now, if you think about to the past as well, Uranus was discovered. Sorry, I have a very fidgety cat who will not leave me alone. She put perfect timing on my lap. So we were moving away from something back at the heliacal rise back in 1771. And now we're having this reverse nodal axis with Uranus, the great awakener, in exactly the same spot. So energies are very similar, but different. And interestingly as well, on the heliacal rise in 1771 for Venus, Jupiter was at 26 degrees of Capricorn, and now Pluto is at 26 degrees of Capricorn. And most of you who follow astrology will know already that Venus is going through a Pluto return. The USA is going through a Pluto return, and now Jupiter and Pluto have got this synchronicity from the same degree from 1771 to now. I think the USA is really going to be going through major changes and major collapses, and this is going to go throughout the whole globe. Okay, and this is just adding to the energy of change, transformation, and collapse, and a reversal of something in the USA. And it's not just going to affect the USA, of course. It's going to affect probably, the whole world, of course, because this is not just a USA thing. But I could not help but notice the synchronicities with the USA's Pluto return. And so I just wanted to come on really to say that, I really think that this heliacal rise, with Libra being kind of the Libra star point, which we are entering now for the next 9.5 months, is really going to bring in this change. And Libra is, of course, the sign of equality, fraternity, liberty, all the things that we talked about in the French Revolution and the American Revolutionary and the American Constitution. So everything's kind of flipped from that time. So something that began then is going to either reach its fulfillment now. Doesn't mean it's all going to kind of completely flip, but it does indicate that probably we're going to have a reversal of something that began at that heliacal rise of Venus as the Libra Evening Star on December the 2nd, 1771. So watch this space for what's emerging from this. Now, the chart for the heliacal rise today, the Venus heliacal rise today, is absolutely beautiful. We have the moon conjunct Jupiter in Pisces, because this was the chart for last night. Hello, Jen. Hi. And we have We have Mercury at 22 Sagittarius. Venus was at 19 degrees Sagittarius. The Sun at 9 degrees Sagittarius. The nodes are still at 13 degrees Scorpio and Taurus. And 13 is the number of the goddess. That's why I called my post today, She Rises. I'm very excited about this. We've also got in the chart of the Heliacal Rise, which is when Venus is becoming visible as evening star. We have this wedge pattern here. We have Venus opposing retrograde Mars in Gemini. And again, sorry to be so US centric, but the US Mars is in Gemini. Mars is how USA is having a Mars return as well with a Mars retrograde. And this is all in sextile and trine to Saturn in Aquarius as well. And so, oh, lovely. We've got some spammers on there. Just ignore them, people. Hey, spammers, stop posting. You're disgusting, and I'll block you after this anyway. Nobody wants free virtual girls chat from you. Thank you very much. Anyway, this lovely wedge pattern is kind of bringing up this opposition between Venus and Mars, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and is asking us to change and bring this integration and to perhaps, stop as a collective being so separative and assertive, because Mars in Gemini is bringing out some of the more, shall we say, controversial and separative kind of energies, whereas Venus in Sagittarius, as she rises, is going, oh, no, 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 I'm not having that. Yeah, they are spam bots, I know, but I'm still going to block them after I get off this. Anyway, and then Saturn. Then we've got these nice supportive aspects to Saturn in Aquarius, saying the way forward is really to master moving into this age of Aquarius, which hopefully will be a more egalitarian and an equitable society. So anyway, you're loving the Venus in Libra transition. Me too. Oh, me too. It's wonderful. I was chatting with an astrologer friend of mine, Laurie Lothian of Lunatic Astrology, and we're both saying we feel more girly. We've both started kind of thinking more about our makeup, and not saying we have to do that, but we just feel a bit more Libra and a little bit more feminine. And so at an individual level, if we're feeling that, imagine how this femininity is coming out into the rest of the world. So anyway, I don't have much more to say on this. I might do a more complete video later, but I really wanted to practice doing a Libra live. And so tell me in the chat, how are you feeling this Libra transition? I mean, you're preferring rose oil over amber oil these days. Yes, rose is Venus. Venus is the rose. The symbol of the actual movement of Venus is forms a rose. We have rose windows in churches because of the Venus cycle. The Magdalene is the rose of Venus. All of this is coming in to our awareness more and more. There's a rise of followers of Magdalene. That's been happening as well, just increasing over and over. With there's some books coming out about Magdalene. Energy feels more open, and so, despite the chaos and the crazy in the world, it really feels to me that, hi, misbehaving. I love that name, by the way. It really feels like there's this opportunity to move into this more open, more feminine yin energy, even though Libra is a yang sign because it's an air sign, but it really is more Venusian. So, it's just kind of beautiful. So get your rose oil, get your rose quartz, start feeling a little bit more feminine, and men, this is for you too. Start showing your softer side. This is beautiful energy that's coming in. And I really like the thing about the nodes being in the reverse position from when we were in 1771, because even though the theories of the American Constitution and the French Revolution and all those things were really wonderful, we haven't still achieved true equality. So it feels like we're reaching a point now where that's going to switch, and we might have the opportunity now to really have sexual and sexual equality, monetary equality, more, not talking about communism, but just more equitable, less separation. It feels like we've come out of a point of crisis where the separation has got so great that it's going to start changing and awaken. So, right, unless anybody else has anything else to say in the comments. You're loving this. True, me too. And I would like to remind you all, I don't like to be salesy all the time, but I do have this special offer. You guys know, Jen, that for those that join my Venus enchantment community for just $23 a month now, if you join this month, December, and stay a member through the end of September next year, you will actually get my renowned Venus retrograde class for free, which will run from July to September for 7 weeks. That's going to be $297. And to join my membership for a year is $253. So it seems a bit of a bargain to become a member for a year and then get my Venus retrograde class for free. I'm very excited by all these events. The Venus Heliacal Rise of Venus. Today she's conjunct my sun in Sagittarius, so you can imagine how much I'm feeling her. And the Venus star point next summer at 20 Leo, which is going to be amazing as well, is exactly on my Uranus. So I'm feeling all of this. Oh, I did want to actually, I did want to read you something quite astounding before we go. On the symbols for Venus. So her official heliacal rise, when she reached 10 degrees beyond the sun, she was at 19 degrees 44 minutes of Sagittarius. So for the symbols, we actually go up. We go up to 20 because the symbols start at 1 and the degrees start at 0. So I want to read you first the Sabian symbol. In an old-fashioned northern village, people cut the ice out of a frozen pond for use during the summer. And this is, according to Rudyard, the foresighted use of natural resources to supply future needs. And the key words are assuring supply. That makes me feel good with what's going on in the world with our resources. But even more exciting, I want to read to you the Chandra symbol for Sagittarius 20. The changing of water into wine. The accustomed round of events is a setup and a springboard into what we hope to find when we search and strive. The basic circle of common experience is the indispensable container for miracles to be born. The ongoing continuum of life takes through itself the innovative and the visionary and offers the arena for the action to reach across to everybody. The ordinary is ecstatic with promise, fertile with worlds beyond, and almost all of it makes itself felt gently and intrinsically, enhancing all budding possibilities and prophetic of a new earth to be inhabited every day in full sense embrace, is ravishingly part of the mix. So I'm going to say, really, welcome to New Earth. Yeah, delightful words. Yeah. And I'll add them into the show notes after this. When I end the stream, I'll copy and paste those words into the notes if you want to read them. But, thank you for joining me live. I just had this real urge to kind of tell you all about this, and come join me in my Venus enchantment thing and community, and follow the Venus cycle. We follow the Venus cycle every month, and then just stay to enjoy the Venus retrograde heroine's journey class, which I think this is the 5th time I've done it. And honestly, the reviews I get for that class have been amazing. People have literally changed their lives, and it's not me that does it. Anyway, everybody's going because I'm selling now. So peace out. I will see you later. Bye.